Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody aware of this is a journey for an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for little as $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In the previous video we looked at MMTLP and the focus was on looking at strategy, a potential plan and also price predictions, and most of it was covering all key information that you may need to know. In today's video we're going to be looking at some key developments for MMTLP and some obviously strong movements in the chart. So before we do that, let's have a look at what's happening in the markets. Apart from MMTLP and MMAT materials, the market today is not doing well at all. It is significantly red. Most stocks are down. So headline here from Bloomberg: US stocks drop as traders digest latest Fed speak. So obviously we're seeing bad news with regard to oil. We've got concerns with regard to the Fed. The minutes meeting are also going to be released this week, so the market's a little bit worried and a little bit cagey. If these meetings are a little bit positive and we do get some hint of good news, we could certainly see a good recovery and bounce, so fingers crossed. Okay, so let's start by the latest development with regard to MMTLP. There is tremendous news. So if we have a look at the screen here, notice of effectiveness. United States Securities and Exchange Commission, November the 18th, 9 a.m. 2022, Nexbridge Hydrocarbons. We now have confirmation. The date here is November the 18th. So this is great news in terms of the date. It is now effective. It is confirmed. We have a file number. What is missing for now is dates, so I'm going to come to dates later on in the video, but excellent news here that was released early in the morning. Look at the chart for MMAT materials. So we can see here at time of editing it is up in excess of 34%, doing exceptionally well, currently trading at $2.23, and again there was some positive developments in MMAT that I'm going to talk about shortly as well. So but before we do that, let's have a look at MMTLP chart here, also doing exceptionally well in an overall red market. This is up at time of editing just in excess of 25% at $11.14. So on a high at one point it did go to $11.30, so we're not quite at close, but I am expecting a strong finish. The other thing is I'd like to share with you here is some of the volume in terms of significant buy orders, and we can see here in the first one, 2 orders here have gone through 98,000 shares and another one for 100,000 shares, priced at around about $10. So congratulations to whoever bought at these prices. And another one here I'd like to share with you is similar thing, 5 significant orders: 58.96 thousand, 31.83 thousand, 18.53 thousand and 61.47 thousand. So there are people out there, again probably whales, who are buying these. There is speculation that it could be shorts covering, but to be honest at the moment we don't know, and it is speculation, but overall it is having a tremendous effect so far. What I'd now like to do is go over the meta chat that was conducted yesterday, and this was an exceptionally good chat. There was a huge turnout, so congratulations and well done, and special thanks to everybody who attended. There was also a cameo appearance by myself, so again special thanks to Smokey and Syntax for organising this. So in terms of some of the key headlines from this chat, so those of you who go ahead and listen, you'll be able to get some insights from John Burder. I think that was mostly at the beginning. We did lose him and I think we were unable to get him back in. There was some tremendous speculation with regard to the float, synthetics, potential shares outstanding carried out by the Bird Lady, so check in and have a look at that. There was some discussion with regard to FUD. I think that was quite interesting and quite hilarious as well. We talked about the whales, so that was something that I was asked some questions about that, so very happy to clarify some of the questions there. We were talking about synthetics, and near the end of it I think the chat got very interesting, so shout out to Gray for some very, shall we say, speculative insights there. So I think I'm going to let you make your own mind up and decisions about that. But I would certainly recommend everybody to go ahead, play the recording, one of the best meta charts ever. What I'd now like to do is finish off by having a look at what is expected to happen next and look at the key developments that we're going to expect. So before we do that, have a look at the rankings in terms of StockTwits. Great news here. We have been ranking number 1 and number 2 today at one time. And you can see here in terms of the overall chart for top ranking tickers, we can see that number 1, MMAT, Meta Materials, at time of editing, in terms of the rankings, that was up in excess of 30%, and MMTLP was up in excess of 24%. So beating the likes of Disney, COSM, APRN, HLBZ, and also Tesla. So a huge number of increase in followers on StockTwits as well. So special thanks to the community and everybody jumping on board so far. So let's now talk about the final things, what we can expect. So far, in terms of a quick summary of what's happened recently, we've had the S1 amendments. Those have required 4 different amendments. The final one, key thing, was with regard to the financial data. That has now been complied with. The SEC has ratified and approved. We've also now had final approval from FINRA as well, so there are no more hurdles. So that's the key thing to be aware of. So what's going to happen next? So I've been in touch with William today, and the first thing he stated is that we can all expect some positive PR to be released by the company very, very shortly, so stay tuned for that. The other thing I would like to say is the dates are not out, but I've been told that the dates are imminent. So probably at time of watching this video you will be aware of the date, so it could be post-market today. Obviously, in terms of key developments going forward, I think that PR is going to be very, very interesting. And the other final thing I'd like to say, in terms of speculation with regard to a potential buyer, I'll let you make your own mind up about that. So again, special shout out to the meta chat there. But all in all, very, very pleased and very happy so far. And I'd like to finish off by saying this November is epic.